You have a word of the day?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do have word of the day. Hang on, let me get adjusted here. My Pillsbury dough belly.
Woo! Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello! We
Welcome.
are live from the middle school.
Yes, we are.
Not
from
live.
Hoodie's Biodome. Back in the
Crazy.
old stomping ground.
On the stomping ground. We've been
Stomping around.
stomping around.
On the ground.
All
Okay.
right, word of the
It
day.
is May 6th. NTI day number
33. Double traces.
Whoop, whoop.
We've lost.
Okay, so yeah, I know, it's just done. The word of the day is Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
Well.
That's all I know.
So,
I don't know if that's even appropriate.
Zeppelin is a noun. I cannot believe you don't know what a Zeppelin is.
No, I don't know. Zip line?
Okay, so a Zeppelin is a noun, and it is a rigid airship consisting of a cylindrical truss
Now this makes sense.
covered frame supported by internal gas cells. So it's a very large structure that normally is in the air, since it's an airship, and it's made of metal, and it's supported by trusses on the inside that holds the metal outward, and it's filled with gas. So it's very funny that Mr. Hood would not know what this is, and you'll see why later on. So I'm going to use it in a sentence just so it's nice and familiar with you, Mr. Hood. But the first known use of the word Zeppelin was in 1908, which I thought was kind of cool. So it's a relatively new word. So here is our sentence that I'm going to read, and it says, Donor was only 8 years old when the famous Zeppelin erupted into flames and crashed while docking in Lakehurst, New Jersey on May 6th,
1937.
1937.
And we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay. All right, so now we have some. So just remember, Mr. Hood admitted on camera, rewind it, that he didn't know what a Zeppelin was.
Well, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. All right, go ahead. Do you have any days?
I do have days.
I do too.
I have some pretty important ones.
Okay, you do yours first. 'Cause you're
So
important.
it is Great American Grump Out Day. So you're allowed to be grumpy today.
Well, you started early.
I did not. I'm actually in a good mood today, although I was worried about my dog.
It'll be fine. It's just a dog.
Golly, I'm afraid it eats things and then it gets choked and then it's gonna get
Please
sick.
do a
And
Heimlich.
listen, I love this pet, this animal. Okay, it's No Diet Day, International No Diet Day.
Oh, you're doing 2 out of them.
Yeah, I am not going to eat any sweets because I have got to shed my extra layer that I got while I had
blubber.
My blubber! It is my blubber!
Because, I've been talking with my daughter about a particular seal.
Yes!
And the seals have blubber.
I will call it my blubber. It does
and it's
keep me
supposed to
warm.
get cold, so you have blubber to keep you warm.
My blubber was a result of not being able to exercise as much as I used to because I had a little issue. Well, first I almost broke my leg, falling off a chair, decorating for Lambert's birthday party. And then I had a little issue with my toe, as Mr. Hood has made reference to.
She had a wart colony.
I did. But it's finally healing. But it was bad. It hurt.
Is it over?
It is over. I mean, there's still some.
I bet they'll come back.
There's still some healing, but it's like
You're still
it's
going
fine.
through the healing process.
I am. It is now. Listen to this. You'll appreciate it. It is National Deaf Interpreter Day, so we're going to give a shout out to our very own Miss Emily Brock. She is awesome.
She's the best.
She is phenomenal. She's awesome. We love you. It's your day. It's National Skills Trades Day. So we have a lot of students who are getting ready to graduate officially, and they're going into trying to get skills trade,
welding,
or carpentry, electrician, plumbing.
I need all those people to come to my house.
Students, when you go and you become those awesome skill trade people as your career, remember your teachers.
And we need a discount.
Yes, because we don't make a lot of money.
And remember how nice I was to you.
Yes.
And how
nice I was to you. Mm-hmm. Hey, big guy.
All right, Sally.
It is No Homework Day.
Woo! You have homework though.
It is
because you're doing all your work at home.
National School Nurses Day. So I have a little ode to Miss Kathy. Okay, so Miss Kathy.
I wrote this.
Miss Kathy is our school nurse, and she is phenomenal. She's been our nurse here for 2 years, and she is awesome. Like, she is just a no-nonsense kind of nurse. She knows her stuff. She gets everything taken care of, and it's tough being a nurse for 800 and some odd kids.
I cannot imagine.
I mean, I just can't even imagine. So we put a little shout out on Facebook to our teachers and our nurse. And this, I'm going to read what one of the parents said because it was just so well written and it was so sweet. So it was not Mr. Hood. He cannot claim credit for this. And it says, "Oh, how we love Miss Kathy. It's because of her that I, meaning the parent, have peace of mind each day. I send my kids to school knowing that they get the medical care that is needed for them to make it through each day." So thank you, Miss Kathy. And you all thank her too. Okay?
You're the best.
And finally, I can't believe that you didn't talk about this. It is Life Coach Recognition Week.
Oh, Miss Mason's my life coach. I have a bunch, but she's the main one.
Sometimes I screw things up.
Yeah, sometimes she yells at me and hits me. It hurts. There are also some other days. It's actually supposed to be National Nurses Day, too.
Yeah, I saw that, but you had it on your list, so I didn't
Oh,
say it.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had school nurse, too, and you took it.
Yeah, well, because I had the school nurse.
It's
event.
National Bike to School Day. So if you're at home, that's technically your school now.
So just bike
you can
around.
Bike around there. It's National Beverage Day, too. Any type of beverage.
I should have my coffee.
Maybe it'd be a cold beverage or a warm beverage.
Hot chocolate, since it's cold outside.
Yeah, and it's supposed to snow on Friday. So you might get a snow day. Listen, if it snows on Friday and you think it's too much to travel, tell your parents you're not doing any NTI work because you're on a snow day.
Even though your NTI work should already be finished.
Well, yeah, but you have those choice boards.
Oh, that's true. That is true. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Yeah, so
sorry.
say, listen, school's canceled, Mom and Dad.
That's true.
Or at least put yourself on a 2-hour delay. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You could sleep in until 4 o'clock instead of 2
Yeah.
o'clock.
That's all I have. Okay, also, go ahead.
I have just 3 more little things. In 2004, one of my favorite shows of all time, not Harry Potter, my favorite TV shows of all time, its final episode aired, and it was Friends. And over 52 million people watched. I was one of those 52 million people who were watching. Also, the world's first adhesive postage stamp, called the Black Penny, was used in Great Britain. I don't know what they used before that, but adhesive means it's stuck to something. And then finally, the Channel Tunnel, linking England and France, which took 6 years to build, was officially opened in 1994 on this day. And now listen to this. This is cool. It was an idea that was generated 200 years previously. So if you have a great idea, you never know, it might come to pass 200 years from now. And what it is it's a channel that goes under the ocean.
Oh.
Goes under the ocean. It's 31
Under the sea.
Under
the sea.
Down where it's better, wetter, down where it's better, under the sea. Okay. On the shore we bake all day.
In the sea we float away.
So on average, it's 50 meters below the seabed. Isn't that crazy?
That kind of scares me.
It is kind of scary. So there are no cars. You have to take like a train. Okay. Took 6 years to build.
That just seems like that's not safe.
It takes 35 minutes to get from one end to the other, okay? And an average of about 400 trains go per day, and there's about 50,000 people who travel back and forth under that. It took 11 machines, and each machine was the length of a football field, to dig under this tunnel, and one of them is still down there under the sea. And then one of them they sold on like eBay or something for $57,000 a long time ago. But it's just so crazy. What?
Go over there and go in this thing.
No, I don't have any desire to do that. It's scary to me. But
how much does it cost to take a ride?
I don't know how much it costs to take a ride, but it cost 17 in that time when it was built. It cost $17 billion to build.
Surely it doesn't cost that much to ride on it because people do it every day.
Yeah, I mean,
you get a pass.
I would say so. Kind of like a toll bridge or something in bigger cities. So I think that's all I had.
Okay, my turn.
Oh, the machines. One more thing, because this is kind of cool. The machines that used to build it, they weigh more than the Eiffel Tower. Each one of them. Each one of them.
Each one of them.
Yeah.
All right, so in 1937, now I just want for the record, Zeppelin when I did my research on Wikipedia, I didn't know. They never ever mentioned it being a Zeppelin.
That's what it is.
I know, I'm sure that's what it is, but on mine they just call it an airship.
Maybe because everybody knows that it was a Zeppelin. Everybody except
everybody me.
Mr. Hood.
I've never heard of this disaster, to be honest.
Are you? Where did you?
I wasn't born.
Well, neither was I, but
Okay.
it's so famous.
It occurred in Manchester Township, New Jersey, in the United States. The German passenger airship, the LZ-129 Hindenburg, caught fire and was destroyed during its attempt to dock with its mooring mast at the Naval Air Station
Lakehurst.
It caught fire during landing, and the cause at the time was undetermined. There were 36 deaths. One of the deaths occurred on the ground. But 80 years of research and scientific tests say that they're pretty sure it was caused by electric elastic. I guess I'm saying that right. Discharge that
Electroelastic
discharge that ignited leaking hydrogen.
Because what this is, it's a Zeppelin.
It's like a balloon.
It's huge, so it's like an oval, and it is filled with gas cells because the gas is lighter than air, and so that's what keeps it in the air. But gas is highly flammable. So,
Which the U.S. law prevented the Hindenburg from using helium instead of hydrogen, which is flammable. So they said you can use hydrogen,
use the flammable stuff,
but you can't use helium. It had a smoking lounge on it, even though it is surrounded with all this flammable gas. It did have a smoking lounge. Just be honest, there weren't a whole lot of interesting facts about it when I looked it up, but whatever. Dozens of letters carried abroad the Hindenburg were ultimately delivered. So I believe there were 17,000 letters or pieces of mail in it, but there were 176 pieces of mail that were stored in a protective container, and they survived the crash and were postmarked 4 days after the disaster. So those, and some of them were a little bit charred, but most of them survived and they were able to do it. The Hindenburg disaster wasn't broadcast live on the radio. There was somebody there that was supposed to be filming it or supposed to be recording it, and they didn't have it live. They were there to record it, they just didn't record it, and it wasn't shown until the following day.
Wow. You can look this up online and see pictures of it. Like, it's iconic. I cannot believe you've never heard of this.
Never seen it.
They used Zeppelins to travel and all that kind of stuff. Not all over the world, but I think it was a German concept. But
yes.
This disaster was named like the downfall of the Zeppelin. Like they stopped pursuing it.
What's the difference between a blimp?
It's the material of which it's made, from which it's made, I believe.
I wouldn't want to get you on a blimp either.
I don't want. No.
I don't think that's right.
I don't want to get in a hot air balloon.
No.
I don't really want to get on a plane.
No.
I will though, because it's so convenient. Well, part of it is convenient, but okay.
All right, well,
hang on. Wait.
Oh, you're gonna give me a surprise.
No.
Teacher Appreciation Week.
Oh, it is teacher.
Did you give me
Mr. Hood? No.
What'd you give me?
Nothing. But I was going to make some
You can
announcements.
tell me something nice.
Mr. Hood, I appreciate being your colleague and
Everybody really does.
and teaching on the same sixth grade team that you are on. And I appreciate you allowing me to make fun of you a lot with my students, and you being the expensive mini laughs in our classroom. And taking it like a champ.
I appreciate
okay.
your OCD.
Thanks! Because it's not going anywhere.
All right, what do you got to tell
Okay,
them now?
I was just going to say, kiddos, there are still several students who have belongings in the gym.
And we're going to start calling you out.
Yes, we are. We love you, but come get your stuff, okay? Which it makes us a little nervous because we think if your belongings are in the gym, have you turned in your NTI work? And our grades are due on Friday. Today is Wednesday. Our grades are due Friday. So you are getting a grade for the completion of your work. So for the first round and the second round. So those need to be submitted as soon as possible. It's super great because we have people in the office. They want to see your faces.
People
from a
have been
distance.
coming today.
Yeah, they have. But we need to get the rest of your all's belongings to you and the rest of your packets dropped off. So you can pull up out front. You can call the school, 784-8911. Someone will reach you with a smiling face behind a mask. They will collect your packet if you need to drop one off, and they will get your belongings if you have any in the gym. Okay? So we know that you love your stuff. So come pick it up.
That's it. Two crazy teachers signing off.
Bye.